Welcome to another edition of Living the B3 Way. Intentional health is what we're all about here. And, today I wanted to talk a little bit about our holidays and what they mean and how we can be more intentional during the holidays because there is a holiday coming up, regardless of what holiday it is. And I'm going to enjoy it. I hope you are too. But do holidays trip you up? Do they mess with your mindset? Do they create an opportunity for you to kind of indulge in what we call cheat? I love when people use that word. Oh, I was bad this week. I cheated. There is no such thing as cheating. You're giving yourself permission. You're allowing yourself to stay stuck. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, because it's not about going on or off a diet. It's about focusing on what I like to call, there's 3 layers to creating a habit and maintaining a habit. The first layer is focusing on results. Just create the habit, focusing on what your desired result is. So the opposite side of a goal is a result. So let's say you want to lose 20 pounds. That's the result. The opposite side of that is what you really need to do to get there. The problem with basing your habits on outcomes is that once you hit that, you go back to the old habits. Unless you say, I'm creating a system that's allowing me to lose this weight. And part of it is just thinking about okay, what is it that it takes? I get up at a certain time. I go and I exercise. I drink my water. I make sure I do my intermittent fasting. I focus on eating what I call quality calories, and I make sure I have plenty of quality sleep every night. In between, I make sure each meal is intentional, that I'm enjoying it, and that I round my plate where I'm eating foods that are loaded with nutrition, but less calories, but they have to taste great, because the pleasure principle still applies. We seek pleasure, we avoid pain. So that's a system that really can work. You can think about it this way too. Let's say that you're in a process like I am building my business. I know that time, just what I just posted on this morning, is a great equalizer. It's not about my time. It's about what I do with it. It's how productive I am. So I created a system using software that keeps me focused, creates clarity. And now, instead of getting distracted by everybody's favorite, right, the cell phone, I actually reduced my usage on my cell phone by 78% after doing the research and doing this post on time and on productivity. And I'm going to maintain that. But ClickUp is the software. It's really helping me. It's a process so that I wake up, I use ClickUp. Everything that I have that's needed to be done this day is done. And then if anything's overdue, I know it's in there. If anybody on my team has responsibilities, I can see it. So nothing really falls through the cracks. It's having a system. And you know that you're only as strong as your weakest link. So a system really is created so even your weakest link is going to get you progress. But what if we changed the mindset and went from not just having the outcome, that's fine, not just having the system, which is great, but actually living with the mindset that I am a healthy business owner. That's my identity. Great example. My son has a really messy room, and I'll tell him to clean it up, and he'll clean it up, and then it just goes back to being messy. I realized that he doesn't have the identity of being neat and clean, but he actually has been working on it. It's definitely, I'm seeing a difference, but the issue wasn't clean your room up, because you can clean your room up. You're just going to go back to doing all those things like throwing your clothes on the floor, filling up your hamper. and not making your bed, not putting your shoes away, not keeping the closet clean. That is a different mindset when you say, I have the identity of being clean and neat. You're not going to throw the clothes on the floor. Just like if you say, I'm going to go out for a run. If you want to be out there exercising as a runner, what if you use the identity of a runner instead of, I want to be somebody who runs? If you have the identity of a runner, you're going to go get up and go run regardless. You're going to get up, you're going to put your sneakers on. If it's raining, if it's dark out, you're going to make the time because it's part of your identity. The same thing when it comes to you are focusing on taking better care of yourself. Having that identity is the highest level of changing habits. And James Clear did a great job of expressing this in Atomic Habits. I've been using this process for over 30 years, and I want to share it with you. So if you really want to learn how to make habits, not just outcomes-based, not just process-based, but part of who you are, come join me at my Facebook group, Living the B3 Way. We're actually going to be changing, I think we talked about this before. I want to change the name to Intentional Health. But Living the B3 Way is what it is today. If we change the name, look for Intentional Health, Living the B3 Way. That's another edition of either Intentional Health or Living the B3 Way. Thanks. I'll see you next week. Go make it a great week.